Israel and Hamas and the threats from Iran against the US cities, and the nation as a whole, have you noticed anything odd or perhaps unusual in your local Walmart lately? Now, if you thought that Walmart's decision to just completely or almost utterly wipe out the human cashiers, the immigration of self checkouts leveraging artificial intelligence, the increased police presence, and only taking cash during certain hours of the day was the only thing that Walmart's been up to, well, you'd be in for a surprise. Retailers are clearly at war, especially come Black Friday and this holiday Christmas season. In fact, Walmart has initiated significant changes in its retail operations, some of which bear very striking resemblance to the policies that were adopted during the COVID-19 pandemic. In fact, these changes, they reflect not only a response to evolving consumer preferences, customer preferences, but also an effort to cater to a more diverse and inclusive customer base. So in today's video, I just want to kind of explore some of the most notable policy shifts at Walmart that we're definitely going to be seeing come Friday. And many of these policies will actually be implemented later in this year and going into 2024. But again, drawing some comparisons with some other retail giants like Sam's Club, Costco, and even Target. So I want to just kind of like dive into the impacts of some of these changes on various groups of people, cities, states, and some well-known companies that could ultimately be influenced and affected by these shifts. Additionally, I want to talk about some of the implications of these changes in the broader cultural and retail industry. So if you guys appreciate the updates, please take a second, drop a quick like for the video, and subscribe to the channel. I totally appreciate that. And if you could, just take a second and let me know if you guys can see and hear me okay, since we are live. I really appreciate that. Our sensory-friendly shopping hours, one of the most prominent changes introduced by Walmart, is the daily sensory-friendly shopping hours from 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. across all of the U.S. and Puerto Rico stores. So this is a nationwide change. And these accommodations, they kind of aim to create a little bit more of a comfortable and inclusive shopping environment, shopping experience for individuals with any kind of like sensory processing challenges. So these adjustments, they include dimming the lights, muting the radios, stabilizing TV displays, to kind of reduce some of the sensory overload. Now, most notably, Walmart has not specified an end date for these accommodations. So we don't know if there's going to be like just kind of like a Q4 kind of thing, maybe during the holiday season, during Christmas season, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, or are they going to keep doing this going into the 2024 new year? But ultimately, like inclusivity and accessibility, Walmart's initiative for sensory friendly shopping experiences, these hours reflect its broader efforts to create an inclusive environment. Now, this initiative, it builds on the success of a sensory friendly pilot program that was conducted the previous summer. And by making the shopping experience a little bit more comfortable for individuals with conditions like autism, ADHD, and maybe even PTSD, Walmart is striving to ensure that everybody can enjoy the benefits of their stores. And of course, Walmart's move toward this sensory friendly shopping, it kind of aligns with the broader societal shifts that we've been seeing toward accommodating this sensory sensitive group of individuals. And similar efforts are actually being made in various sectors, including museums, entertainment venues, society is really kind of like waking up to the fact that, hey, everyone has different needs here. And this trend has the potential to kind of inspire other retailers to adopt similar practices. But let me know if you guys are seeing anything like this. Let me know if you happen to suffer from ADHD, maybe PTSD, or maybe you have a child or relative that suffers from this. Let me know how you are personally affected by this. Is this a good thing, or is this just overhyped and not even a big deal? Let me know what you guys think on that. Or should more stores be doing this? Now, everybody thought that this digital retail move would eventually just kind of crush the brick and mortar retail, right? But given, what stores like Walmart, Dollar Tree, and Target are doing, retailers are clearly at war. At least online versus brick and mortar retailers are at war. But despite the wild success of Amazon and Shopify and other online retailers, e-commerce accounted for just 14.7% of all retail sales in the second quarter of 2023. Now, that number was around 20% during the darkest lockdown days of the, C-19 pandemic, and it has really never climbed higher than that. In fact, the 14.7% number that I gave you guys, it hasn't really climbed in the years because, people like the convenience of buying online. They also like being able to go into the stores. How many of you guys rather go into the grocery stores or go into your Walmart or walk into a Best Buy versus ordering online? Just give me a show of hands. Hit the like button if you prefer to shop in the store versus going online. What's going on, Cash? I see you, man. I work with Walmart in a contract policy. Get ready. Interesting. Appreciate the heads up. Kenneth Snyder prefers real life shopping. Thank you for the update. Appreciate that. My husband has PTSD and my daughter has ADHD. The world doesn't need to adapt to the sensitive people. Interesting. That's a very interesting take. So your husband and your daughter both have PTSD. Excuse me. Your husband has PTSD. Your daughter has ADHD, but you don't believe that the world should adapt to their needs. Interesting. So next day, even same day delivery, it's not the same. It's not the same as being able to, just swing by a store and stop in and pretty much get whatever you wanted instantly, is it? In addition, some customers, maybe a lot of them, they kind of like to actually see and touch what they're buying before they make a purchase. Now, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's hard to buy clothes online. I try to buy clothes online, try on a shirt, doesn't quite fit, or it's funny, like sometimes I will buy something in the store and like a shirt maybe, and it fits amazingly, but I want more colors than the store has. So then they tell me, oh, you can just go online and order it from the website, right? Well, I like to try stuff on, especially clothes, before I order it. Well, lo and behold, I went online and I ordered like all these other color variations online that were not in the stores. Well, wouldn't you know it? When they came in, I went to try them on, and like the red shirt didn't fit the same as the black shirt. And it's like, but I ordered the same size. I just got a different color. Why doesn't it fit? Anyway, so I would rather shop in the stores, in the physical stores personally, but that's just me. But that's certainly true in a couple of key areas, especially clothing. Some people feel the same way. Groceries, like, do you necessarily want somebody else picking out your fruits or your vegetables? I know my wife is very particular about the kind of fruits that she picks, and sometimes if you order your groceries online, they may not necessarily pick what you would have picked, and you're like, okay, this fruit's a little soft, or these bananas are a little bit too green. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so people kind of want to pinch their produce and kind of see what their meat and their poultry is going to look like before they buy it. You know what I'm saying? So, with clothing, you obviously run the risk of an item not necessarily fitting, along with, some of them possibly not liking it. Ultimately, they're going to end up getting these back in returns. So, of course, if you're a retailer, returns ruin the convenience of the shopping experience. If you order something, you don't want to have to deal with having to return it. It's like, hey, I ordered it online for the convenience. Now I got to get out my house, take it to a Kohl's, maybe take it to a Walmart and return this thing. Now, sometimes they offer, just slap the label on it and tell FedEx to come pick it up in front of your house. That makes it a little bit more convenient, but still, you don't want to do that. But when you have to go someplace to drop off the item and like wait a day or two to get your refund, and isn't it funny how much longer it takes to get your refund than it takes for them to debit your credit card or your debit card for the transaction? Anyway, I don't know why it takes them forever. Kind of like the bank glitch that we experienced not too long ago, just a couple days ago, where the ACH systems were down and multiple people's paychecks didn't get deposited. In fact, some people are actually let me know today that they still didn't get their paycheck deposited because of this ACH problem that a lot of these banks were experiencing. In fact, the Federal Reserve even announced it. It was that big of a problem. I don't know how many of you guys might have experienced that or heard about it. But some changes that were made recently by Walmart, Target, and even Walgreens might actually push some of these customers over the edge. In fact, now some of the chief executives, specifically the chief executive of the Dollar Tree, also owns Family Dollar, by the way, said that his chain plans to copy one of the least customer-friendly moves that some of its rivals have made. And a number of major retailers, including Target, Walmart, and Walgreens, they've pretty much all talked about an increase in retail theft, which the industry calls this shrink. I've worked in a number of different retail stores, but they call it shrink. So in some cases, they've actually taken very extreme measures of closing stores as well as locking up some of their items. Yeah, David Baumrucker says, in my opinion, all of these changes from Walmart and other retailers is to appeal to people's emotions, virtue signaling, attempting to override their awareness of their budget. Uh, just get them inside. Yeah, I feel you on that. Cash Ryan says, I can't buy clothes online. Have to try it on, bro. I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah, so retailers have basically been blaming their theft problems on organized retail crime. They've been shutting down stores or just locking up products as a response to this. Target has been leading a prominent, Target has been leading a proponent of pinning its theft problems on gangs. That's how the chain justified recent store closures in Seattle, Portland, Oregon, San Francisco. So, not to mention New York. New York had some Target store closures as well, and this has led to an increased police presence in many of these retail stores. In fact, opinions on policy changes have varied greatly. Walmart's recent policy changes, particularly its adoption to this sensory-friendly shopping hours and other inclusive initiatives, have really sparked a range of opinions and debates among various stakeholders. And these opinions, they reflect diverse perspectives on the impact of these changes on both the retail industry and the society at large. But some of the things that they're looking at is, many consumers and advocacy groups have applauded Walmart for this effort to create sensory friendly shopping hours. But again, not everybody's up for it. In fact, I have somebody in the comments who literally just told me that their husband has PTSD, their daughter has ADHD, and she doesn't feel like we need all of these changes. What's going on, Catalia? I see you. What's going on? She says she does not shop at Walmart. Okay, I hear that. Megan Valenti says, I agree with you, David. From a person with sensory issues, you're right, my man. So, yeah, some interesting feedback on these new changes that Walmart's coming out with, and how I'm actually shocked at how many people I'm seeing so far in the comments alone who either suffer from these sensory disorders or are in close relation to someone who does, and they're like not really supporting this. So kind of interesting. This may be a wasted effort from Walmart's budget. Only time will tell. And again, I don't know if these are going to be permanent. I didn't see any clarity on that, but I think if it's not overly popular come Black Friday, Thanksgiving shopping, this whole holiday season and Christmas, if it's not all that popular, I'm pretty sure Walmart may actually pull back on that. Yeah, but they're gonna have to see, what kind of feedback we get from shoppers. But drop me some comments, guys. How many of you guys have already started your Christmas shopping, or are you planning on maybe not even buying Christmas gifts? I was reading an article and actually talking to a lot of you guys in previous videos. A lot of you guys are just kind of like, hey, with inflation much higher now, and the concerns of layoffs looming, a lot of people are actually shopping for themselves and they're not buying Christmas gifts for anybody else. Other people are just waiting for Black Friday, and many people are just not buying anything at all. They're just trying to save money, pay off debt. So drop me some comments down below. Let me know where you guys stand on this. But again, we've got a couple hundred people in here now. If half of you guys could drop a quick like for the video, I totally appreciate that. And let me know what you guys think about what we discussed in today's video. Don't forget to check out the brand new YouTube channel called Truth Exposed. I've left a link for you guys in the description down below this video. Lots of positive feedback from you guys on that one. But that's about it for this video. I hope you guys appreciated the update, and I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Y'all be safe.